little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alphen.
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the Resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, La.
You're welcome?
I think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. They're going to need more long-term...
What?
What's that noise?
Alphen, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is... transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance, too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsif, too. You saw her, right, Shion? Shion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelagian.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganeth Haros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cyslodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this...
I bet the whole of Dan is losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated. As if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelagian seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave. That's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning, it's a fair bet this wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dana's astral energy as we speak. Come on. We don't have much time.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dana, did anyone else see any weird light?
Where are these Forland Mountains exactly?
Those are the deep enough into the Lavtu marshlands.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that.
But we overlooked something before. It wouldn't hurt to look again.
Gotta break through!
Lightning Thunderblade! Illusion confiscated! Freeze Lancer!
Swallow blade!
These ones can run rings around us! Steel! Let's get you all tucked away!
Swallow blade!
Thunderblade! See what's there, burning?
Laser Spear!
Here's evil! Holy land! Freeze laser!
Swallow Blade!
Eat this! Prepare to be sealed, overpainted foot. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more
Now you
doing.
see what I can do!
Freeze laser!
Looks like it could be worth something.
What's this thing?
No choice!
Laser Spear! Here's evil!
Swallow Blade!
I'll tear you apart!
Freeze laser!
Eat dirt!
Raging Cascade! Is it hot? It's time to out again!
Swallow Blade!
Here!
Watch
Its armor's too strong!
I'll split it open!
Be my guest! Swallow Blade!
Eat this!
Swallow Blade! Take this!
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
We won that by a mile! Hi, Hoodle! Where are you going?
Swallow Blade!
Radiant
Swallow
Here!
Blade!
Lightning Orb! Raging Cascade!
Swallow Blade!
Gel hiding something
Radiant
tasty.
Here!
I'm just getting Swallow Blade! Slice!
Searing Flame!
Swallow Blade!
Back in their defenses!
Glad you have your easy. Laser Spear!
I'll show you how useful I can be!
Swallow Blade!
Freeze laser!
You picked the wrong fight!
Dust to
I'll heal
dust!
you
I'll
all.
smash you! Can't get out of this!
Hit! Control! Healing Circle!
Now,
Thanks, Shion.
Any injuries?
Out of our way!
Everything does it!
Swallow Blade!
Raging Storm!
Denied!
Happy! One more!
Slice!
Tunnel!
Swallow
Light
Blade!
Astral Energy!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off! Swallow Blade! Swallow
Radiant
Blade!
Wind! Radiant Air!
It's too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Do it! Swallow Blade!
Mega Ray!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Armored soldiers!
Some of Volron's former guards.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
All glory unto Volron!
Lay down your arms, and no one has to get hurt.
Silence! Traitors like you shall never walk free!
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so damn dramatic.
You got
Blade!
I'm just getting started.
I'm out of arrows!
The earth
Healing
throbs in pain.
Circle! I owe you, Theon. Healing is what my arts do best.
Astral arts?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
I can do this all day!
Swallow Blade!
We are freaking invincible!
Alvin and the others truly are strong!
What about me?
Swallow Blade!
I'll tear you apart!
Swallow Blade! Swallow Blade!
Here I go!
Swallow Blade!
Don't mind if I do!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off! Here I go!
Never miss!
I can carve through all!
What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia. Everything all right?
Hmm? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go.
Hold up! Is this as valuable as I think it is?
Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Danon master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being a slave.
A Danon master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Danon techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles too. It's incredible and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler, only to end up turning my sword on the ruling class altogether. Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a lot worse.
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then. Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
No wonder we couldn't manage to find them. They've been holed up here all this time, hiding.
The remnants of Volron's forces. You think they were planning an ambush on Pelegion?
Possibly. Then again, knowing how blind their devotion is, maybe they were just waiting.
Waiting? For Volron, you mean?
Even though we already defeated him? But yes, I suppose you're right. For these guys, that would just be a technicality. They act more like worshippers than subjects. They're probably still in denial that he was overthrown in the first place.
Either that, or they were biding their time until the next crown contest. Either way, their allegiance is to their lord.
Who they're convinced and expectant will return. So in the meantime, they wait patiently in preparation for the day that he finally does. That's way more than just loyalty. It's no less than total subjugation.
Right, here goes! Swallow blade! You picked the wrong fight!
Lightning orb!
Pain.
Dance in the wind! Are those arms even natural? Eat this! Nothing gets by you!
Far enough! Roll away! Damn it! Stoop back!
Stand back. I'll set it up.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
With your flames and my technique?
We're stronger together than we are apart.
You've noticed it, haven't you?
Notice what?
I'm referring to Shion.
I never thought you, of all people, would come to me about her.
Yes, well, what concerns me has more to do with what machinations may be currently unfolding in secret on Lenegis as we make our way along this tunnel.
And you're saying it's related to Shion in some way?
Perhaps. She believed there was a good possibility that the Renis Alma may free her from her thorns. One would think after losing the Renis Alma, she would be more dismayed, and yet she isn't. Why? There's also the matter of the power that she inherited from...
You heard what she said. She didn't know about the Maiden's power.
Mere ignorance does not preclude her deep connection to the events unfolding around us. You recall when her thorns went rampant in Castle Del Faris. I've never seen dark astral energy manifest in such a way.
I thought you said all Renans had dark astral energy inside of them.
Correct. However, what Shion exhibited was far beyond what any ordinary citizen could ever possibly possess. Let me be clear. I do not intend to cast doubt on Shion, or her motives. Nevertheless, I cannot shake the feeling that there's more to all of this than what we currently know. Do you disagree?
Not today! I can shatter any field! Swallow blade! Slot! Swallow blade! We've got flyers!
I've got it! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours! All swallow here and now! Slot! Do it!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting. It's obvious that people used to go through here in order to get to the other realms.
You think Volron really did seal it off to keep it hidden then?
Seems like it. Those soldiers we encountered might have known about it.
Get lost!
Swallow blade!
In a bind?
Can't be stopped! First aid!
Swallow blade!
Glacial spear! Piercing
Swallow
blade!
blade! Time to let it rip! Swallow blade! I can carve through armor!
Don't mind if I do!
Burn in hell!
Here's a healing arc!
Swallow blade!
If it's in the sky,
Leave the
Coming
ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And the puzzle to me! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll heal you all!
Where
are you going?
Eat this!
Illuminate! Here, let me help! Power off! Holy glimmer! First aid!
There you
Holy
are!
run! Lightning! Down!
Swallow blade! Watch this!
Glimmer
Swallow
blood!
blade! Do it! Eagle assault!
Tempest swirl! We won that by a mile!
In a bind? Flying free! Why can't they just sit still?
Shion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than the enemy's arcs to me!
This one's all
Milky
mine!
Way here!
Burn!
We got the advantage!
Good. We just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, cause Law's on you. There you go! I'm sorry to be...
We've all got enough on our plate.
Yes, ma'am. Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
This might be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
How much do they have to steal from us to be satisfied?
What's that thing's purpose, anyway?
Some kind of siphon that sends the astral energy the Lords harvested to Lenegus?
Not as far as I'm aware. That said, it has become evident since the forming of the Renaissance, as well as other recent events, that my insight may be thin. I would, as I believe the saying goes, take what I say with a grain of salt.
No, Halim.
At the very least, I believe we can assume that whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes has had this in the works for quite some time.
Why's that?
The people on Lenegus may have plenty of resources at their disposal, but not even they could prepare something like that in a mere month. Something of that magnitude takes considerable time, as well as a predetermined goal in mind.
Then what was the crown contest for?
At this stage, I think it was but one step in the greater scheme we see unfolding before us. What that scheme is exactly, I haven't a clue. For now, I believe we should keep moving. The path continues. It's quite possible it will take us all the way to Cyslodia.
Agreed. Let's keep moving.
So Shion's thorns are... Come to think of it, what happened to those 4 lights that fell from Lenegus along with the wedge?
All 4 of them scattered in different directions. It's anyone's guess where on Dana they might have landed.
I'm not entirely sure, but it seemed like those lights may have all been different elements of astral energy.
So even though they're using the wedge to siphon off energy from Dana, they're shooting it back down to Dana as well? Why?
I don't know. It all happened so suddenly.
Hopefully it's not a sign of some new threat we'll have to deal with.
But if that red woman has anything to do with the wedge, then what could that light...
It's weird, isn't it?
Oh?
The Red Woman. Shion and Dohalim said they'd never seen her before Pelegion.
Are you saying they're lying to us?
No, it's not that I think they're lying, just... There has to be some reason for it, right?
Well, one thing the 2 of them have in common is that they're both Renans.
Okay, you 2. Put a pin in it for now. I know that we're in the dark about a lot, but for now, let's focus on getting through these mountains.
Yeah, of course.
Let's dispose of the trash. Your wings won't save you from me. Now,
Got fire!
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
Don't mind if I do.
All yours!
Another one down.
Lightning orb.
It's time! Burn!
Healing circle.
Just what I need. Raging cascade.
Eagle effect! Now I'm in the groove! No further!
Dance in the wind. Air thrust.
Hold up! Is this as valuable as I think it is?
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll be worth...
Brace yourselves! This one's tough!
Talon hurricane.
Swallow blade! Swallow blade!
Thunder field.
Swallow blade!
All right, it's showtime.
Must be easy to pick off the bad guys from far off.
It is. I mean, aside from adjusting for movement, wind speed, trajectory...
See? Easy.
Gotta break through! Swallow blade!
I'm surrounded!
Swallow blade!
Illumination burst. Come forward. Enemy left.
Ignite!
They're vicious.
In the groove!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Dance in the wind.
Swallow blade!
I'm all set up. Illumination
Swallow blade! Swallow blade!
I never miss.
Swallow Swallow blade! Swallow blade!
Now!
Eagle fly!
Take this!
Kizora! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Raging Cascade! Piercing
Dragon shell! Swallow
Sweet
blade!
now!
Can't get out of this!
Freeze laser! Let's get you all tucked away!
Swallow blade!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
It sure got cold all of a sudden after we passed the peak.
Law,
Yeah, we're getting close.
this will be a delicious piece of cake!
One's all mine! Burn! I'm on!
Radiant fire! Illuminate the
Swallow
dark!
blade!
Come forth! Holy flame!
Swallow blade!
I can carve through armor!
Healing circle!
Swallow blade!
I don't know what
Mind free!
What the enemies aren't
Can you take care of them?
Blades here! You made quick work of it!
Want me to pick up your slack then?
Just pointing it out!
I'll take
As
you all
impressive
on!
as always.
Here I hope that isn't good.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look flustered.
Swallow blade!
Now!
The flaming...
All aboard the victory train!
Overconfidence can bite you in the butt.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Ignite! Swallow blade! Swallow blade! Be careful, everyone! This one isn't normal!
The further away, the better. You and I both.
It must take guts to fight without a weapon.
I'm not the yes outfit. Very bad.
I don't feel so good.
Not today!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
The astral energy is surging around me.
How do you even know about all that astrally stuff?
Same way I know what you do in the middle of the night.
What?
Storm!
Where are you going?
Swallow blade! Swallow blade!
Pieces! Now you see what I can watch this!
Not in your dreams!
Eat this!
I'll run you through! Swallow blade!
Nothing gets by here!
No!
Holy lamp!
Well then, let's keep moving.
Storm! Can't get out of this!
Swallow blade! It's on! Eat dirt! Swallow blade!
I'm out of ammo!
Just getting
We're cleaning house!
Let me take the rest of them!
Wow, someone's feeling lively.
We did it!
As impressive as always.
Here I hope that isn't good.
No, I mean, I've never seen Xion actually look flustered.
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
We made it to Cislodia.
We need to get that bridge down somehow.
It looks like we can control it from our side. Let's take a closer look.
Are you okay, Law?
Oh, fine. Just thinking. The past is a real downer. That's why I'm focused on what's ahead of me. You?
Yeah. I'm going to stay the path. As long as we're all together, I know we'll be all right.
Same here. Now let's get moving.
think Hoodle senses something.
Oh, good. We can cross through here.
Stop! Who goes there?
My name is Alphen. We're not your enemies.
Did you say Alphen? Slap me silly, it really is you!
Forgetting someone?
Rinwell! Oh, glad to see you're doing okay.
What are you guys doing out here?
We're patrolling the realm. Never thought I'd bump into you all on my rounds, though. Heck, enough of me, though. What's going on up in the sky? Feels like the world's gonna end.
That's what we're trying to figure out ourselves. And as it happens, I've got a big favor to ask.
I had an inkling that's why you'd come back. As soon as I saw you in the distance. So you beat all the lords, huh? Damn, you really must be a hero.
I just did what I had to. So can you send anybody to help Ganeth Harros?
I think we can help out. I'll hit up the other resistance groups and rustle up some support. I doubt they'll have a problem sending people once I mention it's you who's asking.
Thanks. If you guys can help out, that'll give us a chance to do something about that wedge out in the ocean.
Yeah, I think that's something only you guys can handle. Speaking of which, that thing's out in the middle of the ocean. How do you even plan on reaching it?
By boat. We're about to go look for one.
No rest for the weary, I see. Hey, what happened to that mask you used to wear?
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost it.
I sure never expected to run into Bregan.
Sis, look.
A boat, huh? Where are we gonna find one of those? It's not the kind of thing people just leave lying around.
Especially not Renans. For an Imperial power, they never have shown much interest in maritime expansion. Still, I dare say there should be the odd small vessel here and there.
All well and good, but that structure's slap bang in the middle of the ocean. A fishing boat won't cut it.
Let's just try to find one that won't sink us halfway out, yeah? Not that it needs to be a huge galley like Almadria's or anything.
Just as well, since we've passed, let's see, literally 0 huge galleys.
All I know is we have to reach that thing in the ocean. Anything that might work, I say we try it. Thanks to Bregan, it seems like Ganeth Harros should be in good hands, at least.
I wonder who they'll send to look after things. It'll be someone from one of the other resistance organizations, no doubt.
They could do a whole lot worse than someone like Doc. And knowledge of medicine would go a long way there.
Wait, do you mean the old guy back in Calaglia? Ganeth Harros would be one hell of a trek from there. He'd have to get here first.
My brother's old second-in-command, Legil, would be a perfect fit, too. Pity she'll probably still have her hands tied up with work in Menancia.
Mahag Sar will be the same story. They won't have the manpower as it is, let alone enough to start exporting it.
Man, everyone's still struggling to get back on their feet, huh?
Knowing Bregan, he'll probably take things into his own hands. He seems like the kind of guy who enjoys a challenge.
Thinking back on it now, though, it does kind of make you realize just how many people we've gotten to know in each of the places we visited.
That's true. And each and every connection we forged is priceless. Anyway, we can trust Bregan to take care of things from here. Come on, let's focus on the task at hand. Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Well, if it ain't the Blazing Sword and his merry crew.
Mahavar? I can't believe you're still alive.
Course I am. If you landlubbers can make it out of that sinking ship alive, ain't no reason an old sea dog like me wouldn't too.
Yeah, but that wave hit hard. I'm glad to see you're okay. Sorry we put you in so much danger back there.
All water under the bridge at this point. You helped make one of my life's dreams come true. The ship, on the other hand, she took a bit of a beating, though, I'll admit.
Really? What happened to it? It looks fine to me on the outside.
She's fine now, but she was in rough shape when I made it back here. Engine chamber gave up the ghost. Without a lot of options, I decided to talk to the head honcho of the Dark Wings and see if he could help at all. And wouldn't you know it, Crazy Fool sent over Renin engineers to help. Can you believe it?
Renin?
Yep. Said they came from Menancia. They were real professionals. Did what they needed to and didn't give me guff or anything. I was damn near floored.
So they did the work themselves. Good on them.
Well, they did a bang-up job, because she's better than ever now. Speaking of which, I take it she's why you're here?
Yes. We need to get out on the ocean, and fast. When can we set sail?
Give the man a minute to think it over, Alphen. He hasn't even said yes yet.
It's all right, little lady. I'm a man of the sea. I'll gladly help. Hop aboard, folks.